By the time you know what are you doing? What course are you doing? What are you trying to become?
I did human resources management. I started because old lady now but I just want music. Music makes me happy. It felt right. It felt like I was whole.
What about the school? Was it easy? Were you passing?
I was average. Okay.
Yeah. What's average? We're talking D. 44 or 62.
Hey, I had 1 credit for my.
Damn, girl.
I gotta get
Have you ever dated anyone in the game?
No. Never.
Give me some time.
Think.
You know what? I wouldn't know because usipiri dog.
No, but I've never dated any. I've also tell
me.
Cause ke ratang go bona. Ke rata go lebelelo. And I just rata go lebelelo. And nna ke batla mono ntebelelang in full.
Yeah.
Go rampa go re ke superstar. Ish, ke jola le superstar. So I'm not a superstar again, superstar ke spam. It won't work.
So it was for selfish reasons. You want to be the superstar in the relationship.
Yes.
Okay, you've never had any of these artists hit on you.
Obviously they have.
Because I'm trying to figure out why no Bagana. Because who did you?
Because I loved music more than anything else.
Stop with that.
Yo.
You need to chill. Because I'm trying to figure out were these niggas ugly?
No.
Or didn't they have anything to hold? You just wanted the music. Because it's not impossible to be someone who thinks like that, but it's rare.
But maybe I think it's because our friend zone niggas quick early, Like as soon as we are meeting Remalaiti,
that's a skill also.
Yeah.
Because I always like these women who have that though. But thing, bana le kumfunya na teng ba khona go friends o na o santse o ntsana o ntse meno mo kanta go kgaola o
People of different identities. Podcast with BSCAR.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another edition of the PODI-CAST, coming at you straight from Leo's Inn right here in Gap City. Remember, there's a Leo's Inn in Gap City, there's a Leo's Inn in Mohoditani, there's a Leo's Inn out in Tabong as well. So make sure that you head out there and check out their spaces, man. They have very comfortable rooms. Wi-Fi, everybody. So even if you have friends visiting in from out of town, they can always come through here and chill out. They have an amazing space. That's why we bring you the show from here every single week, proudly powered by the good people here at Local Corner. The homies are in the house. And my name is SCAR. I'm your host as usual. And it's nippy. And I don't know why these niggas continue to set up outside. You know what I mean? But anyway, they like it here. It's a good space. We've had some really good conversations here, and we don't have anything different. We have another beautiful one. But before we get into that, shout out to the good people at Drinks Direct. Ki biscuit dubushe wanyaka. About a biscuit, cognac. The other ones, you can get it out in Netlan, you can get it at any of the Safalana liquor. It's out there, it's everywhere. So get yourself one of those. I'm just doing some housekeeping first. Also, behind me here is something that our friend at the art lab, Loretta Ferguson, has been working on for the past, I think, month. She was traveling across the country, painting this thing. Artists for the PODI-CAST. So we're gonna unveil it. Should I open it up? No diddy? Before I introduce our guest. Can I get a keyboard? Oh my God. Are you guys ready? Boo, 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 boo.
Noise.
So
Obviously, Scar was here.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of representation. So it's going to be here a lot. So we're going to be able to break down, representation. But like, damn, shout out. She even faked my autograph, this chick. Hey, man. All right, thank you so much from the great people at Art Lab. And, yeah. I'll put it right there.
No.
How's that look? How's that, guys? Bishop, you want to come and help me out? Big up, man. Shout out Loretta. Yeah, Art Lab. Check them out. They're on Facebook. They're on all your social media platforms. You can make sure that you check them out there. And, you can teach yourself how to paint. They can also help you out. Litterbug. They can also help you learn, how to paint as well. We have a special gift for our guest as well. Without further ado, in the house today, we're joined by songstress, dancer, all-around bad gal. She's been in the music industry for a little bit now. She's an OG to a lot of young people out here. But I can only remember when she first started and she was like out here, googly-eyed, trying to get into this business. And I'm happy to call her sister. She's in the house. And we're going to be chilling with her for the next hour. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Bouncy, a.k.a. Maureen Maila. Hi, Mami Store. How are you doing, Salam?
Do you know what baffles me?
What baffles you?
Jorge Tiki legend.
You are. Before you go, here you go. Here is a gift from the good people at the Art Lab.
Thank you. Can I?
Yeah, you can check them out. Some pieces in there, some paints.
As a white paint.
Yeah, white paint.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Luba is gonna have a time.
Yeah, man.
Because I know she's gonna steal all of this from me.
Definitely.
So this is like where I paint.
Yes, that's the canvas. So we on the canvas. We only prepared with because it looks easy when you look at it, but like you have to like at least. I think you can put some pencil to it, and then we'll paint. I've tried. I'm not the best, so you can have a good start there. It's about $250 at the Art Lab. Like I said, you can check them out online. But hey,
thank you very much.
Let me hold that for you. You'll get it immediately. How's it so far? What's up, Mama?
It's chilling, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. You look beautiful.
You ain't had to say that, but okay. Astra beads on my face, baby.
Yeah, man.
What's
it's
popping?
the beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you coming in from looking all kinds of gorgeous?
I had because the whole time I was just running around trying to prepare for it.
I'm so happy and you're looking all kinds of dope. And also, like, just some shout outs also.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Today I'm wearing Ice on God. It's Tulidikobe. Tulidikobe is actually my stylist.
Emma.
And this is her brand. It's called Ice on God. Face Astro Beats.
How do you guys maintain that relationship when I literally? Because like in almost all of the videos, the choreography, because a lot of people talk about your videos, because that's what stands out there. Bouncy doesn't just drop a song. It comes fully packed with a video. There's a stylist. There's all kinds of action in there. What is that relationship, you and Tulidikobe?
It's not just Tulidikobe. It's a whole team. You know what I mean? It's Tulidikobe. Most of the times, like I said, she's not only a stylist and like part of the team, but she's also like my sister in Christ. Like she's the one person who's always there for me away from the music industry. So that's why it's so easy. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a part of a team. Talking about the visuals, we sit down as a team. We do a meeting here. Okay, we have work. I present my idea. Who's doing what when, you know what I mean? It's not just a wake up today, shoot, you know what I mean? It's like it's even negotiating. For example, Warrior, we sat on it for Kwedi.
Yeah.
Really got Hispana because for me it's I see we have to find a way to make it look like how we see, you know what I mean? Makeup, yeah. So it's a whole team. It's a whole team. We come together, we sit down, we discuss. Meeting, boardroom meeting, where I discuss. Okay, most scripting say who's doing what, who's adding what where. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a long way from being a dancer, because like that's how you got in the business, right?
True.
I want to take us all the way back there. I don't want us to start talking about, hey, Nikki, Paka, Sena. Where did you grow up? I want us to go through that really, really quickly, because you're one person who has a life that just keeps transcending.
Yeah.
Like, quite change. So I want us to give us a little brief background into where Maureen with an M-U. R-M-A-U.
Maureen.
Drake always says it. It's like Maureen way. Hey, like this girl is out here calling herself Bouncy and she's trying to represent. So I want you to tell me about all of these people who know you as Maureen. Who is Maureen?
Okay. First of all, before we, you know what I mean? Like that's where I started that's where I grew up from. And then
Are you serious, Bob?
Yeah, bruh. Can I tell you something before we go anywhere? We used to pass by your house. Like,
Are you serious? There's a passage there,
we used to pass by your house every time Rako super safe. You know what I mean? And every time I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna superstar, gonna scar. And I was just like, I always knew in my blood, my bones of bones, as good as.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you serious, man?
Yeah, so from Khuditani, my mom moved to Phikwe. And then I think Balabo standard 5 or so.
Yeah.
I was a baby, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Phikwe. I was there like most of my life until like Form 5. The dancing part started there. I started dancing Bala from 2. From 2. Gira TV show. I remember one time V actually because V and Franco came to our school in Lebogang CJSS. I'm not sure if it was V or Franco.
Yeah.
And you know, I was performing at the same V show, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? As a dancer. And I was like, I always knew, man.
Yeah.
I always knew. I was like, I belong up there. Just watching him. Juju boy. I watched this nigga perform.
Yeah.
Go Pico I be after my Form 5, dog.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at him and I was like, can I get some audience?
Oh my goodness.
You belong up there. You know what I mean? Like that's how, like for me, it was like transitioning from being a dancer to even being a musician. It was so easy because it's something that I've always wanted to do. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So when you're in these spaces, what's inspiring you? You know, of course, yeah, like it looks very far away from Gaps. I mean, you're all the way out in Phikwe now. How far was the dream for you? Did it look achievable? Who were you looking up to?
It really was.
Can other people who were close to you that time?
There were Drake, Bishop, you know what I mean? Bishop actually.
I go let's go roka wena man. Let's go roka mo Facebook. Ra.
But you know, like with me, it's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know, Bishop on opposite my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they will be there recording Libo Bonebo, Bodreke, and like I always just looked from outside and just admired to say, this feels really good. Even like the first time I actually got in the studio and recorded, it was more garaging yabone. But at the time, I was just playing around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So coming here to, because I get after from 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I had I think it was my first breakup, you know what I mean? So for me, it was like, I'm going to show them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I started meeting people with studios, going to the studios, and then meeting up with Press Beats.
No, you're moving too fast. No. I just want to know for you, some of these dreams look impossible. I mean, for young kids now on social media, okay, how's mama moves because they want to see the good side of their life.
Yeah.
Because like you're showing them on Insta, okay, this is the good, but they don't know. You know, you came up just like every other young Botswana woman.
Okay, for me to come up, because I was a dancer, right?
Hey, because what were you doing?
I actually met up, I got a call after my first Flavor Dome performance. I don't even remember how I got there, but I did. I think I submitted my first, the first song that I recorded. Yeah. I submitted it.
Where did you record the song?
Little Juby. Where did I record that song?
Yo, you got to think, or have some biscuit dubouché. You're going to have to think, because I need to know. Oh, okay. It's smoother. We got time. I don't.
Little Juby. Because it was called Little Juby.
The studio or the song?
No, the song.
Eh.
I recorded it with... Damn, man. I really don't remember.
I want to was now blow.
No.
Producer Little Juby. I
really-
can't get his flowers.
Oh, it could have been Lifaman. Was it Lifaman?
In Broadest.
It
Where did you?
wasn't.
Do you remember the studio? Or you don't remember
I
any
really
of it?
don't remember. I
Okay.
don't really, because immediately, because the musical thing, hella, what it did was to put me on TV, you know, and then everything.
Was it the reggae dancehall stuff?
Yes. That was the reggae dancehall
I
song.
know. I remember when there was a lot of reggae dancehall. So this is a Gabani-born rapper. But rapper,
Hey.
rapper who lived in
Nkilana ke
Modisane.
rapper.
Kira go know, like your choice of genre, because like I want you to untangle that for me.
Yeah.
You are all of this ball of energy. You are this young person who wants to get into the space. You know you're gonna be a star,
Yeah.
because sometimes like it's innate.
That's
it's in
all
your
I
body.
needed, honestly. That's all I
Hey.
needed, and I took it and ran. I just knew I want to do music, but what kind of music? It came way after, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I was just testing the waters.
Yeah.
I did not wait. I just knew I wanted it, and I wanted it bad, and I did everything and anything.
So definitely, by the time you know what are you doing? What course are you doing? What are you trying
I
to
did
become?
human resources management. I started because old lady now, but like but I just want music. Music makes me happy. It
Yeah.
felt right. It felt like I was whole. You know.
What about the school? Was it easy? Were you passing?
I was average. Okay.
What's
I
average?
was.
We're talking 44 or 62.
Hey, I had 1 credit for my.
Damn, girl.
Ha ke se be ke hetse go
I
bua.
gotta get
Ha ke se be ke hetse ha ile go bua.
out.
Nya o lekgwe. Tla go bolella.
Tell me.
You know, for my advanced diploma, I got 2 credits. 1 credit, 2 Bs, and I failed business law. And then I never I guess I retake it studio. I didn't.
Because I'm trying to check the influences in that moment. When lady, I mean, who are you living with in Phikwe? Just your lady and your sibling?
Mom. Just my mom and my little brother.
And your little brother.
Yeah.
So, Morinu ko skolo, go gipsy kwan. What is influencing her to think, okay, after failing these little courses, now I deserve to be a singer. I'm going for it now.
Ke go on music.
What would you-
ha lecturer etswa yana go bulwa ditafole yana ke a perform. High school music go on school.
For real.
Yeah, I loved music, man. I just watching Beyonce and just watch her just be perfect and amazing. I just knew dating yaka.
So who are the people that you link up with in school? By and to further help you
No one.
record music?
Nobody.
Who was your circle? Like, did you have?
I didn't have a circle. The first person to book me after my first TV was Juju Boy. That's the first person. He saw me on TV. He called me. I said yes.
Why did you book her? He's
Yeah,
been giving niggas.
Yeah.
No, he's a friend of the family, so he's in the house.
Yeah.
You're not saying it because he's here, right?
No, he was
Okay.
actually the first person who booked me from the first Flavor Dome performance. Can I lady blue contacts?
How did you get on Flavor Dome?
I just submitted my music and they called me.
And then tell me about the ride there. Like, what are you going to do there? Because I'm trying to figure out, were you one of those they called Baba Papang?
Obviously.
No papa.
No, naga papa dog. If I want something, I go out and get it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't beat around the bush. So from Flavor Dome,
I love that, man.
From that performance, and then I got a call from Michelle. I was supposed to go and choreograph the Dancer Atzagas Pizza, you know, and ATI. That's how I got in the industry. You know what I mean? I met Michelle, and then she took me to Bolifaman. We recorded a couple of songs. And that was that. With the journey with Michelle, it ended.
Yeah, Michelle Haufan
Yeah.
from off-campus events.
Yeah.
So, because I'm trying to think about how I met you also. I think I met you before you signed on to Michelle. But I'm trying to remember what Go batla go gakolla.
Nna ke go gakologa le go studio.
Kana go batho go na le di-memories tse di traumatic tse e leng gore batho ba kgona gore ba di pushetse kgakala nne ke le makgaga.
No.
Hey, okay, cool
no,
stuff.
Man.
I'm trying to think about it.
Man, let me tell you, you're one of the coolest people.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man. You made it even easy for some of us because like but you're just like a cool brother, man.
Thank you so much, Minister. All right, I think because most of it we don't remember. Let's start with
what do you remember, please?
With Michelle. Let's go with Michelle because this relationship was pretty well known. Yeah. You worked with her very, very closely. Yeah. So how you guys got to meet was because you were...
She called me to come and choreograph Spiza.
How did she find out about you?
Maybe from Facebook, I guess.
What year is this?
Because I trended a little bit.
2014? What year is this?
2013, 2014. Yeah.
By this time, you're not in the industry.
No.
Like you're still out there.
I was new. Because I think that was the first time I actually trended on Facebook.
Yeah.
After the Flavor Don't Pop, because Botswana were like,
yeah, you murked it. I think
I remember.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then Michelle probably saw me from there. Then she called me. And then really that was the beginning of our relationship with her.
All right. So what was this relationship with Michelle? Because, there was some publicized relations between you and her. What was she to you? She
was my manager.
Yeah.
She was managing me. She signed me we had a 2-year contract for her to do my management.
Okay, so this is in 2014.
Yeah.
All right. Management as in your choreography, or you're gonna get into studio and start recording
everything. Studio.
By that time, she had Spiza and ATI underneath her.
No, I don't think she had ATI would come in and go, but she had Spiza. She had Amantle Brown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Perion came in a little bit.
Who was popping at this time? Out there.
Spiza was popping at the time. Yeah.
Who was the competition? As far as like everyone else in the country, like who was on at that time?
Sasa was on, baby. She was killing it. Sasa was killing it.
Yeah.
ATI.
Yeah.
Baby girl, please hurt me. What are you talking about? Stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you.
Well.
Yeah.
Standard.
He had to.
But like I want to get into this relationship with Michelle. There's an article actually from Guardian. I'm bringing files where it says I think you had a track called Walking Away.
Yeah.
Who did you record that with? Was that the album that you recorded and Off Campus?
Walking Away was with Dublin, I think.
Dublin Productions.
Yeah.
Francois.
Yeah.
So that's where the project was supposed to come from.
Yeah.
That was what the deal was.
Yeah.
What came out of the deal?
I ended up not liking the music, because I always knew that the music can get better.
Was it dancehall?
It was everything. You know how even right now you can't define my music because I do everything.
Look at that Walking Away. I'm trying to remember.
Walking Away is it was a little bit of rap and a little bit of R&B, what I mean? But at the time, no directional album. I was just recording music as I heard it, as it came to me.
Yeah. But you were always writing your own stuff like that. You're just putting up stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, because I'm looking at it here, Bouncy's itinerary includes an invasion of Asian countries like Thailand, Singapore,
I was supposed
Malaysia.
to move in. I was supposed to move with them to Thailand. To Thailand, yes.
Yeah.
I was supposed to move there to stay in a boat, in a yacht.
Yeah. Full-fledged yacht cruise.
Yeah, they were like, we'll get you a studio or whatever. But like, I knew, at the back of my mind, I was like, if I leave here, I'm not going to be able to find myself musically. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to find who I am. Yeah.
How do you think you knew that? I mean, you're 24, nigga. 24-year-olds don't know nothing. Okay,
I knew something.
People are catching strays in the studio.
No, listen.
I used to be 24.
Yeah. I think with me
it's in low numbers.
Get like this spiritually blind.
You felt it?
Yeah, I just knew. My guts just told me. Even this is how even I'm telling you. Perform a dog. I was like, this is me. I felt it. Most peru.
Yes, yeah,
I felt it here.
I want to talk about your relationship with Michelle because there were voice notes that were put out at a later time where she was talking about you being her helper.
No, did she say that? Oh, yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, she said a lot of things. She said a lot of things about witchcraft. Yeah, someone sent me the voice note. I think it was actually ATI.
It was ATI.
Who sent me the voice notes?
He sent it to everyone.
And I wake up in the morning and I'm listening to these voice notes. I was scared for my life. Like I was thinking, like, how are these things happening? And it was like a spiritual warfare happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I don't really, because for me it's, as much as she did all of those things, said all of those things, she's also a really dope lady. She's also a really nice person. But that happened. She said what she said, but she also said it. She was saying it to her friend. You know what I mean? It just so happened that ATI had access to his phone and sent it to everybody. You know what I mean? It's really something that I don't like to talk about. But she's a dope woman. She's an amazing woman, and that happened.
I'm not trying to talk about her specifically.
I don't want to talk about her because I feel like this thing has
not her specifically. I'm sure you guys have come to terms. People grow up and people make up.
Yeah.
But I'm going to talk about, like, you went through some shit.
I did. Let me tell you what happened for that to happen. My mom was against me going to Thailand. And so I went to see her at my grandmother's house in Mogodithani. And she got there. She took out her what do you call this? This sprays. She was like, in the mighty name of Jesus. I guess I
Are you serious?
Like my mom only had to pray for me for everything else to come to light.
I really want to talk about this dark space in the music industry because your name was being dragged all over this thing. I hear people talking about it.
But that's the thing. I didn't even do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Did you feel like you were being affected by all of these dark practices? Not really,
because I knew why it was happening. No.
So none of it, you never felt it was being applied on you like that?
No, because like if you feel like because I go Thailand, can I? I wouldn't be who I am right now.
You do have a point. But I'm just saying, in that space though, when you hear someone that you are so close with, you break bread, you sleep next to each other, you eat the same food, how did that make you feel when you finally realized how she really feels about you?
It was scary. It broke my heart because she was a sister. I felt like she was a sister to me. She was the only person I could tell everything to, Yeah. It was scary. It was also eye-opening for me because I always, for the longest time, maybe 2-3 months before then, I felt like I felt like I'm suffocating. I felt like that had to happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For the longest time, I knew I had to get out of it, but I just didn't know how to get out of it. And so when that happened, it was just like, oh, okay. Yeah. It was a way out for me. So
it's change.
Yeah.
You've never encountered any type of that energy though in the music industry anymore?
No.
How did you guys make peace?
I actually made peace the following day after hearing the voice notes.
Wait to bounce.
No, because I didn't feel the need. I didn't want to be angry at her because I knew why she was doing what she was doing. Or why she was saying things like. Because it was around the same time when I met up with Bo Presley and started working with them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it could have been out of anger or whatever, you know. But I always also because I knew the good side of her. Yeah. So I looked at the positives, or her positive, and less what was happening at the time.
Did you have any idea of what was going on with ATI in that same situation?
No, I had no idea. And even if I did, Tato, please.
You weren't going to tell me. Because I was scared for you guys. I mean, I fucks with her back then.
Because she's a chill lady, isn't she?
She's a chill lady.
She's
but
dope.
like, you know, there have been some questionable situations that I saw, you know, especially when it came to Ati. You know, where it felt like she was, you know, like slave driving. You know, and you guys are young. You know, you're kids.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you how I felt because then I was a coward by not doing anything at the time. But Lord and I were all
But
dizzy
how
at
would
the
you have
same time.
known?
Yeah, because I felt like, you know, there could have been some stuff that, you know, anyone could have done, you know. And like I felt like we did you wrong in that way. So even if you're forgiven, I'm sorry also that we should have played a better part.
It had to happen. Because if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have found the music that I do right now. I wouldn't have found my voice. I wouldn't have found myself. It had to happen.
But then do you say, or like, as much as girls need to watch out for niggas in this industry, they should watch out for women too?
Yeah. Mostly women. Watch out for women. And I'm not saying this in a really... I'm saying, basadi re batho ba ba emotional. And I feel and we act on our emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But basadi we act. That's why I got to masadi khona go bata o botsitse go tshamekelo mo mosading.
Hey. Thank God for you, baby. My nigga. Hey, no, guy. But like in that space when you were moving away from them, and then your grand prayed for you and stuff. You are able to move away. Where did you think you were going? Did you have a plan, or the music that you were making with Bob Presley, was it something that you wanted to continue making?
I really didn't have a plan. I remember talking to Bangu and saying, Bangu, I don't know what my next move is.
Yeah.
And Bangu said to me, Kana, everybody else who's here, they're making their living off of music. Because I was even telling Bangu,
yeah.
All you have to do is studio or record.
Yeah.
I didn't have a plan. I really didn't have a plan.
What people don't understand is that like you were always in the studio.
I was living in the studio, man. Because I had nowhere else to go, man. I mean, I had rented my 7 Scotta Singana, but it didn't feel like home. You know what I mean? So the only place that I really felt happy and not alone was at the studio. Remember, friendship breakups are the hardest as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was also hurting. So I spent a lot of time in the studio because that's where I'll find you guys.
Yeah.
That's where I'll find everybody. And it felt like a family, a home.
Definitely.
Me, you know?
So with the music now, how then do you find your feet? You are working with, who are you working with now? And what is the plan? Okay, now I want to plan. But they
were just saying record music. Because what Presley did was he would keep me in the studio to listen to other artists.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time when I would listen to Chamagal just recording. I would go there just to sit and watch Chamagal record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was just telling me, just watch how other people do it and then record.
Yeah.
That's all we ever did. He wasn't saying, we're not looking for a hit, we're just recording.
Yeah.
We're trying to find you.
Your voice.
So that was the first plan for me to find my music. And we did.
Tell me about the first song. Which one was the one where you felt, little Juby can go away.
Rebel.
I'm this one now. Rebel Juby.
Original
Rebel.
bad girl.
Yeah.
Rebel, the first one that I did with them.
How did
was
it
called
go? Tell me
Rebel.
how it gone. Tell the people how it went.
You've never heard Rebel?
I've heard Rebel, yeah.
Yeah. We were in the studio and I remember Kota was there. Juju boy. Oopsie daisy. Come to think of it, they came to get me all the way in Makolodi.
Yeah.
He was there in the studio as well, and they were trying to, direct, and Bangu came in and was like, nah, everybody out.
Yeah.
And he was like, go kids, what can you do?
Yeah.
He was like, what do you like? I said, I like dancehall. He was like, well, then do that.
Yeah.
And it was easy for me. Rebel, it's dancehall inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a little bit of rap.
Yeah.
So it was what I already was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Infused with what I already like.
So now you're coming to the studio how many times a day now?
Every day.
Every
there were
single
times where
day.
I'd sleep in the studio.
Yeah. So by the time you finished the project, how long did it take between that first time you're in the studio and ultimately releasing material?
Because I think it happened around the same time when I was moving out from Michelle's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, I'm lying. Let me tell you.
Tell me, mom.
We released Rebel.
Yeah.
I was 2 months into working with them.
Yeah.
And then we released Side 1. Michelle.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, Side 1.
yeah. Yeah. And then after Side 1, that's when I knew, I was like, okay, this is it. Like, I can do this.
The shows, who were some of the first people who booked you for gigs and stuff?
Orange.
Orange, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Orange. Hey. So how did the booking happen? But when you got your first money, had you ever been paid before then?
Yeah. Ubona mishalela ha nkabua maweza.
Yeah.
Olelele ona viala because there were times where we even performed in Zimbabwe and I got paid in dollars, man. At that time I didn't even have good music. She was hustling for us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had
Oh gosh.
6 fell.
Damn.
6 fell.
Can I hit me kilatsamela mo?
Yeah. Late ha dlala le nna.
No, hit me name motsamela. Name motsamela mo maso mo ileng gore na khona gore a tsene hela o one hela ba e mo gone hela ha. So ne di check gone ha.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it wasn't my first paycheck, but
so you knew something about exchanging hands.
Yeah.
Bread.
Yeah.
You got to pay me for my service.
Yeah. I was always forward about that, you know. I've never been the one to beat around the bush about it.
So you think you learned that from actually working with her? So that's actually one of the benefits of having worked with her?
No,
was it because
I've always known that I gotta get paid anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing anyway.
I remember the time where you used to roll a lot with Sasa though.
Yeah.
Was it during that time or was it after that?
After. Way after.
So, because I'm trying to figure out, like, you gravitate towards women a lot, but then with the music, you're working with a whole lot of dudes.
Because
like, you have a lot of feminine energy, but your tracks can get on that bad nigga shit, like hardcore and be soft as well. So I'm trying to find out what inspiration has on that. It's okay.
I don't know, maybe because I'm a little bit of both, you know.
Yeah, you're wearing your Jordans.
Basadi ba amazing. I like to hang with women. Basadi ba ntlhaloganya because ke le emo gore ke di emo mako, yeah. And then niggas understand me as well because there's a little bit of gato go bitswa eng the walls nyana go protect our marshmallow nyana how.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how I relate with both niggas and women, you know.
No doubt. So when you're finished with side one, what is the progression? You released the first album?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then after side one, we released Siropi. There! That's on Press Batswana. That's right! My girl! Yeah, no, now you found yourself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, funny enough, Siropi was a joke. It was just me just playing around. Trade. Yeah, like, I'm joking. And he was like,
That's it.
Yeah, that's how then he pressed record, press beats.
Yeah.
And then that's when we actually found I actually have also strong points nyana ka trading, you know. Yeah, so then that was Sirope. It didn't do well.
Yeah.
It didn't do well.
Yeah.
And then from there, we took off.
Shit.
Yeah. How does it drop an album?
Yeah, you're still dropping singles.
Yeah, we just dropped singles.
Yeah.
Bunch of them.
So the radios, like, what was your relationship with radio at this point?
Bangu,
like, who was dropping off the music? How were you guys able to, who was managing the stuff?
Bangu did everything. Bangu did all of the you know, the groundwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you signed to them or are you doing this independently?
We just had a working relationship with Heartbeats, you know.
Okay.
Initially, I was willing to sign.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, they told me, listen, where we are right now, you can record, we can have a deal where, you know, we found how we young from each other.
Yeah.
And then you have studio whenever you need it. Yeah.
Did you sign?
No.
Why not?
They didn't want me to. I was ready, but they had other ideas. I think where the brand was, or maybe not the brand, or like where they were not ready to sign anybody. They just were ready to work with artists. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I was ready.
Do you think they would? Because again, I want to like a little conflict between your being an independent and being signed.
Yeah.
How do you guys sort those type of situations out? Because I'm trying to talk for artists by now. You know, there's a studio that you usually go to. Yeah. Sometimes the guy lets you take the songs and you can put them in the radio if you want. Yeah. But there's no concrete solid deal there. How are you able to maneuver there? Because, you know, those are very complicated things. There's money involved.
Yeah.
Especially because I know with producers, niggas will get angry because about I go staging
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how were you able to like manage those relationships?
We had a family kind of like relationship with all of them. You know, I was loyal to them.
Yeah.
I only wanted to work with them.
Yeah.
And I was okay with sharing whatever I was making with them. It felt right. It was okay. I didn't have a I want to do this on my own type of thing, because also even just starting to work with them, I didn't know much, you know. So I was just learning. I was just learning most of the times.
So at this point, you're not releasing an album at all. Like,
no.
How many albums do you have, Bounce?
I don't have an album.
Okay, this EPA in Chai, your first.
Yeah.
It
was my first solid compiled work.
Nah, you got to tell me more than that. You got to tell me more than that. Why don't you have an album? Ring.
It's Spanish.
Dak, you gotta tell me. Why don't you have an album? You have hits, dude.
I have so many songs in the studio. It could have been an album, but I think also we were just trying to work on the brand Hokabe.
For how long? For 10 years?
11.
Yeah, come on. Let's figure this out together. What was the problem? Because sometimes, I mean, having been fired as many times as I have, there was a point where I sat down and said, maybe I'm the problem.
Yeah.
Because it can't be everyone in the building just mad at me.
Yeah.
Come on, maybe it's me.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that conversation with yourself?
Yeah. So
what
many
did you
times.
figure out?
So many times. I don't know. I think for me, I just felt like maybe I wasn't ready.
No,
I felt like it. I felt like I wasn't ready maybe I didn't have enough confidence in myself or in my brand to say my brand is ready to drop an album. So maybe that's why.
Where does that come from? I mean, you see the shows. You hadn't been nominated yet.
I won Best Female and Best R&B with the second song I dropped with them, side one.
You know anyone? You know the person who won the last Yarna FM Music Awards for Best R&B?
No.
My point exactly.
Tato.
Best R&B for the Bomus?
Best R&B for the Bomus.
And she won it against you.
Wasn't it Samantha?
Was it Sam? Who was it, guys?
It was Samantha. Mokgwe. She won Best Female.
It was Samantha.
Yeah.
Fact checker. No, because that's my point. It's like, what makes you think like you are not worthy of releasing a project at that point, Bounce? Because I don't believe you. I just don't know what it was in that moment. Because I want to understand what you have the hardest artist in the game. You can't convince her to drop an album. Come on. Gotta tell me something else.
I don't know, Tato. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you want to? When? Did you ever want to release an album?
I wanted to drop visuals, okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to drop an album, 8 visuals from track 1 to track 20. Because I wanted to drop, I had 20 songs ready to drop, but I wanted it to come out as visuals.
You had a project ready?
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there and more.
Yeah.
I've always been big on visuals. And then I think, because then we started shooting Kamduze. And then from there, I was like, maybe I can do this. So I just wanted to shoot all of my songs. And there wasn't enough money. You know, so.
How do you usually raise money for yourself? Because being a female artist in BW is not easy. You know, you have to get the pow, pow, pow. You have to get the clothes. Everything.
I have a good man.
Oh, yeah. But before, homie.
I started my first video. I shot it with when he walked into my life.
Oh my word, Mami Sto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That man came into my life and changed my whole life.
Sheesh.
Because he asked me as well. He asked me that question. I was like, why do you not have an album? I said, because at the time I was just so tired. It was even after COVID. I was like, I can't do this. He was like, okay, let's shoot your first video.
Yeah.
And then that's when I actually reconnected with music again. But I think maybe that's one of the reasons why my album is not out. I wanted it to come out as visuals, all of it. Yeah.
So what is the current situation with dropping your album? I see you dropped the EP.
Yeah.
And the EP itself, how is it doing so far?
It didn't do well, hey? It didn't do as well as I had imagined. But I also just thought it was because most of the songs in LDP did do Lobo Pita, Mabina di Solo, Mageba, side one.
Serope.
No, not Serope. Skim Sami, you know, Banana. So I had imagined Dipina di Solo, Banana, they would do the same impact as Bupita, but it didn't. And then I was thinking maybe it's because I don't have the same passion that I had before. You know what I mean? Because after having the baby, I was just dragging, man. I was just dragging.
Okay. COVID happened.
Yeah.
By the time COVID happens, what is Bouncy's brand at that point? Because let's actually talk about a little bit about the Sasa class hookup, because I saw a lot of change. In her and you. To some extent, in like what you guys brought to each other, you know, the sisterhood that you guys had. You learned from her, she learned from you. You know what I mean? What can you say about that relationship? What did you take from that? And you know, and then she passes on, man. How did that make you feel and stuff?
I learned she was the sweetest, most marshmallowest human you'll ever meet.
No doubt.
My goodness, that woman was the sweetest human ever. And I loved that at the time when I needed a friend, a sweet friend, she was there, you know. So her passing, I was actually supposed to be with her. No, she kept calling me to say, let's go get our nails done, let's go do this, let's go do, you know what I mean? And every time I would turn her down because it was around the same time that I lost my mom. So I was not ready to hang with anybody. So she kept calling me that December. She kept calling me. Same time when she passed, she called me. But at the time I was in Tutume at my boyfriend's mom's house. And then when we came back, because I was staying in Ghetto at the time, when I learned of her passing, I shut down, man. I'm not gonna lie. I also shut down because I didn't know who else. Because I wasn't friends with anybody around. I was just friends with her. Just
nearly alone.
Ke sa tsala le ditsala tsa gagwe tse dingwe o ke sa itse family ya gagwe, like, you know what I mean? Ne ke se I ke go tlhalosetsa yang. So I went through it alone. You know?
Why did you move to Ghetto?
I was with baby.
Oh, okay. This is baby, not baby.
No.
Baby.
Baby.
Yo, I'm trying to get your timelines properly here, because on another podcast, you said you reconnected with this nigga with love. You know what I mean? You connected with this brother after the funeral, but just saying you were hanging with him even before, like. So this was an on and off relationship, or was this a different boyfriend?
With this boyfriend? No, this man. Let me tell you when I met this man. I met this man a month after I lost my mom. Because my mom passed 2020. My mom passed 2020. 2020 March. So I met him on the 21st of April.
Oh, okay.
That's when we started dating. But I had known him before because we were in the same class together at senior school. So it was just like reconnecting. And then with Sarona happened the following.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I'm trying to get timelines, because sometimes get out of drinking I just gotta be. I'm trying to have it on point. I mean, your mom as well. I remember when you were doing a show, and then you were with some of your dancers at one point, and then we went to the show together and whatever. But Nerabua a little bit. I think your mom was sick then.
It was around December. Was it around December?
I think it was around December. But I think it was a club show also in Block 8. I don't know if you remember. There's a picture. That's how I remember it. But like, we spoke about how sick she was then. And then fast forward, like
3 months later,
something
she was gone.
And you used to, like, you were a caregiver also at the time. You were trying to raise also funds for her as well. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that.
Hi, dog. Yeah, I feel like I accept it or it's happened. You know, my mom had cancer, and she was sick for so long, man. And I took a break from music to take care of her. And when I was here, I was in Marina every day, dog. I'll come here in the morning and leave Busiru, every single day for a year. And even trying to juggle it with staying relevant in the industry, it was so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those who didn't know couldn't tell. I mean, I wouldn't have told unless
it was so easy to see. I had lost so much weight, dog. I lost so much weight, and also because at the time I was also quitting drugs.
Yeah.
So people actually just thought, but the whole time I was sober and sad.
Yeah.
I was just so sober and sad, man.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, we'll move away from
If
that.
you're not gonna die, because after that I was just like.
All right, so were you doing the drugs to deal with the trauma or the pain?
No, I did the drugs before, man. I did the drugs before.
Do you know who introduced you to it? To drugs, since we're here.
I did. I introduced myself to drugs.
You went and you purchased for yourself?
No.
Or was there someone who said, this one's for me, this one's for you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
How about no real what and now
I want to talk about the rabbit. The rabbit hole, chasing the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think guys introduce girls to drugs.
No, actually it was my girlfriend.
Set it up for me.
You know, she knew people. She knew people, and at the time she had the potent. She had the real one. She had the real 10. You know, and she'd come over to my house, and she's actually one of the most coolest people you ever meet. I love her so much. I still love her so much right now.
Yeah.
But that was my decision.
Yeah.
I made that decision. Because at the time I was frustrated about blower. I wanted to make things happen. And we think anxiety. Artist dagger.
So am I gonna have food? Am I gonna have money to? What if they call me for a meeting?
Yeah, and she was that one person who was always there, and she did them for I think it was a month. At the time I'll just be smoking and drinking, but then one time I was like, let me just this one time, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Then I'm done, and then it became a thing. Yeah, no. Nobody introduced me to these things, guys. I got to blame my ope. I'll be lying.
That's why people don't come back.
Yeah, by the way, but that hole is too dark, man. It's too dark to stay down there.
How do you think you're able to come out of that hole?
My mom picked me up in phase 2. Let me tell you something.
Colombia. Colombia.
I was staying there. Let me tell you, I was renting in phase 2. I was sharing a house with people in phase 2. Hey, and this was the day before my mom fell sick. She came to Gabs. Same thing as with the Michelle issue. She was like, "Can I see you?" I said, "Okay, mama."
Now you need to be.
Hey, lady Nangava. What I know her. And she came to. She was like, "Pack a bag and one like just 2 days." 2-3 days, it's fine. You'll come back. I let it sign up Phikwe. Already and it was like my mom's illness saved me. When I tell you every single little thing in my life that has happened that is negative was always meant to make me a better person. Every single little thing, from Michelle to my mom for being sick, everything.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever look at the negatives. I always look at the positives to say, okay, why is my mom sick? And then I looked at God. I said, okay, what's up?
This is what you're trying to teach me.
Quit it all. I said, quit it. He was like, all of it. I quit everything. And then I just got on my knees and I prayed. He did everything except heal my mom. Yeah. And I found myself in that.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for people, I haven't experienced like major loss, like someone really like close, except like, you know, I really wouldn't know.
You will. When it happens, you don't know who you are. Like you just see yourself just like you. Every time when I tell people that I had the strength beyond human understanding, the peace beyond human understanding, because even the day that she passed, I say, God, let your will be done, because she was suffering for so long.
Were you with her? You were taking her to the hospital?
I was with her the whole time, and then her passing, she was at the hospital because now the cancer had just spread everywhere, and she was in so much pain that if she was not under, she was just crying the whole time. So we had to take her to the hospital so that at least they are in too much pain. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
yeah, that's crazy. I want to go back to the drugs though.
Why?
What is? Have you ever had a moment where you thought this was the moment where I have to quit, and then you still didn't?
Yeah.
Just to show people the power of like how strong this shit can be.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a moment where you're like, I survived this. I'm gonna stop, and then you still continue.
Yeah, there was a time where I had an argument in the studio. Please.
What time?
1 a.m. Ke jumpile ebe ke tlola ke ite ke va just go tswa mana go tswa go ya mahale ke ha koloi e ya mahapele ga kana ba re ba ntsenya mo teng ga koloi. Luckily press beats and tax came following me. Dude, if it wasn't for them, I don't even know if I'd be here.
Pardon them, man.
Yeah, that's when I was like, I gotta. But I didn't stop.
And you still didn't stop.
But I think it was about 2 weeks before my mom came to get me. So I was in deep. I was so sad. I was so dark.
Man, as much as you try to tell people about, like, it's nice when you're doing it.
Yeah.
It's nice when it's happening, but then the repercussions of it all is, it's something else. You know, some people have lost limbs. Some people have lost their minds.
Their lives.
Lives. So it's always like, and I big you up for even talking about this with us, because like most people are not upfront about talking about any aspect of that. But I want to move on to also being a woman within the music industry. That's why I was thinking it was probably a boy who introduced you to it.
No.
How do you deal with these niggas?
Cause give my like dog.
You're an attractive, you're a beautiful woman.
They've never thing is just dealing with you guys. Even you've never made me feel like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, dog. You've never made me feel like you just made me feel like you sister.
Yeah.
Rashab.
Yeah. All the time.
Juju boy.
Yeah.
Bangu. Presby's. They only just treated me like a sister.
Yeah.
And cause also like if you look, because half the time me yeah, me way, yeah, you know what I mean. So it's never really been.
But how do you think like the music industry in BW could be much more comfortable for female artists? Because it seems like there's all of these shortfalls missing a lot of the time. If you don't have some capital, unless a lot of you are trading or but people expect you to come through all of cutting edges,
everything,
astri beats. What would you say about the industry and what these young girls who look up to you can do? So at least they have a fighting chance, because you're like the average Botswana who did super amazing things. As for affecting the minds of men and women alike, Botswana, using Setswana music in a way, provocative in the way that we know Setswana music to be, but doing it in a much more urban youth type way. So, about like how they can protect themselves and if there is a space for them here, because but all online, people are looking for themselves, but at least there wasn't internet like that when you were growing up, where there's something out there for you, and then ultimately they end up backwards. So what can you say to them about like this space, like, and the girls, because I
think I would say before getting into this industry, you really need to be grounded and know who you are. Like, forget what talent you're bringing to the table. Remember, know who you are as Koketso, as Tato, like Umang, Ubatla go blow. Okay, what are you willing to do for it? Just as long as you're not fucking niggas and doing drugs and selling yourself short. You know what I mean? So if you know who you are, this is what I'm bringing to the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So know who you are and stand on it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You have like very pretty female dancers. You always found a way like around these young girls. How were you able to protect them? You know,
I tried my level best.
Because I
it was
know
so
you
hard.
put your foot down.
Yeah, it was so hard. The amount of niggas I had to you know, but this is basically what I told them is,
yeah,
that's it. How sit.
Can't think in Rintan anymore.
I get.
But
this is basically what I would teach them all the time. Listen, I would always tell them, we go every time after show, we'd go to my house to make sure because I knew the kind of people that I am surrounded by. You know what I mean?
Predators.
Hey, so I'd make sure I take those little girls and I take them to my house. If they want to drink, they will drink. They will twerk, they'll do whatever. But because I didn't want to be responsible for whatever happened. You know what I mean? So that's what and I think also doing that with them, they also just got to realize maybe sister because there was one little girl who actually it happened to her literally an hour off the stage. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? And I show others it's possible. So just stand on business.
So, but we couldn't hold consensual like
obviously. But still, like it's you know, civility.
How are you able to tell okay? Because because maybe you can be our resident scope them out referee, a judge. How do you know that a young girl is not being flirtatious, but she wants to learn something from you?
What do you mean?
Because some people want to learn, they want to be in the industry and whatever, and they want to ask questions. How do you discern? Papi.
Le obvious ba industry ba obvious mo go tshosana.
Break it down. Tell me how are we obvious? You can tell you likes this, you likes that.
So ntlela ha ngwana sengwananyana se tsana se le fresh matlhonyana a lona simolola go borola le baby wa ntlhaloganya go a iponatsa go easy gore o kgona gore late e batla go ja ngwana and that ring ha ena go happen in my watch. You know what I mean? It's so easy to tell.
In ratio, how many dudes do you think are out there trying to help for real, and how many are out there trying to just, you know?
One out of 10.
Damn.
Hey, man, 1 out of 100.
Bafana.
Hey.
Yeah, no, dog. Nah, no, I don't know.
It's just to know, like what I'm telling you. They just need to know who they are and stand on that. You know what I mean? Dog, what's got to blow? And then you're willing to do any and everything, even give up yourself for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give your talent, not your
body, not your mind also.
Siriti, you know?
Yeah.
Because along the way dating you, you're spanner.
Do you know any bullets that you have ducked?
A lot. What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
A lot.
You've ducked some bullets. Like,
a lot.
I was having a conversation with Owen Rampa earlier on the phone. Yeah, me and the old talk. So we were talking about old school, like, because me and him argue. And we argue straight. But one thing I know about him, he won't backstab me.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about the advancement of age, but what we're in the industry with, and how some people used to be prim and proper and whatever like that. Can't about to budget diritibatsi ba ipolaisa mo ya no go simolla go bona la no ka people are turning bo 50 ya wa bona ke raya you were here. You are 11 years in or 12 years in.
Yep.
What the hell do you think you did differently? Because, yo, there is a few of you that I can count have been doing nothing. And you were able to even take a break. Came back, Bomi nominated, Yama nominated.
I truly believe I was really blessed to be surrounded by the right people. Like,
it doesn't happen for everyone.
No, it really doesn't. I just feel like I'm one of the few people who are really, really fortunate to be surrounded by people who really saw the talent and wanted to nurture that.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't just want booty, you know. Yeah. They wanted to nurture the talent. I was blessed. Yeah. I consider myself really, really blessed to have been surrounded by people like Bo Bangu, Bo Presley, Bo Wena, Bo Khota, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, hard interview.
And I like that. How it's okay. Guys, don't come inside in the khotla. Mare, I gonna sip out.
They used to call him Scarecrow. That was the name at Masarapula. Since we're throwing out names.
Scarecrow.
Scare. What was it? Scare. When I wasn't about me to scare in the club. Scare. I'm sorry, Papa. But like, you're a hard interview because like you give me like
because o batla gore ke bue ene di kgantso tse o di mpatlang di a go ntsenya mo mathaireng.
Do you think you'd still be in the game kana go ya social media?
Probably.
How would you use it differently?
Because I feel like I have done things. You know? Mone, nkila ke track ke tsosa pheho. There were times where I would be posting pictures where the booty is out, a titty or two is out, you know. And that was still social media. This is how I was discovered anyway. I trended a little bit on Facebook. So so I just feel like it's also like Mudimo nantwela. Ha bona nkare go nna thata something gotta happen. Gore ke
have you ever dated anyone in the game?
No. I can't. Never.
Give me some time.
Think.
You know what? I wouldn't know. Because usipiri dog.
No, but I've never dated any. I've always thinking ke sekaska ka jola le artist. Cause ke la ite ke rata go bona. Ke rata go lebegilelo. And di artist di rata go lebelelo and nna ke batla mono ntebelang in full.
Yeah.
Go rampa gore da reng ke superstar. Ke jola le superstar. So I'm not a superstar again superstar ke raspa. It won't work.
So it was for selfish reasons. You want to be the superstar in the relationship.
Yes.
Okay, you've never had any of these artists hit on you.
Obviously they have.
Because like I'm trying to figure out why no bagana. Because like who did you?
Because I loved music more than anything else.
Stop with that.
Yo.
You need to chill. Because I'm trying to figure out were these niggas ugly?
No.
Or didn't they have anything to hold? You just wanted the music. Because like it's not impossible to be someone who thinks like that, but it's rare.
But maybe I think it's because our friend zone niggas quick early, you know. Like as soon as we are meeting Remalaiti, you know,
that's a skill also.
Yeah.
Because I always like these women who have that though. You're but thing, no at level. But when I friends
But honestly, when I first got into the industry, okay, no, maybe when I first, like when I started working with Presley and Bangu, what I wanted more than anything was to find myself in the music industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just always figured for industry. Gape Michelle na ampolela gore hey mona malaiti a mona ga se batho ba sepe. She was very intentional about that. That's just the one thing that I know that I'll always hold dear is she always tried to protect me from gonna ngwananyana o jola in my industry, you know what I mean? Because you always tell me ba malaiti ba bu.
How's your relationship with Heartbeat Sounds right now?
2 days back, I did one of the dopest songs I feel like I've ever done with Bangu. My God, cannot wait.
So the relationship is cordial. You guys are working properly.
We're good.
Because with producers they like hogging their own. So with you working with Fela, how was that relationship with them?
We're in a really okay space right now.
I'm not trying to make it weird.
Like, no, I know it won't be weird.
Yeah.
I feel like
I am trying to make it weird.
I mean we did have a moment when things weren't going as we wanted to, but then we sat down and we talked about it to say, listen, because first of all, I'm a mom. You know what I mean? I gotta provide for my baby, and I do not have time to wait on people to be able to be available in the studio for me to record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe it's time for me to venture out and work with other producers.
Yeah.
And
obviously
it created a little bit of riff, here and there. Had to riff. Please.
Slungu. Hey, it's a rift.
It created
it's a rift.
It created a little bit of rift. But it was only because we had a family relationship, and it's so hard to detach or to try and find my own way. You know what I mean? And then we sat down, we talked about it. Yeah. We're cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because sometimes some relationships that I believe like you can't break up every single relationship. True. Especially at my big age. I gotta take care of the ones I care for so that they can grow. But sometimes or when niggas are being assholes and you're like, I ain't messing with you anymore.
Yeah.
You speak about your daughter a lot. How old is she now for?
No, she's turning 2 on the 2nd of August, yeah.
This isn't got a whole human being. The way
she's so brilliant, man.
Yeah.
She's so smart.
That's every mom though.
No, but ask who's met my daughter. Ask them. You've met my baby. Yeah. Oh, but at the time I was still breastfeeding. Yeah, but she's brilliant.
What's the name about? Like
Luba means a flower, but her other name is Asher. Asher means a blessing, blessing from God.
Okay.
Yeah, Luba means a flower. Her grandmother from her dad's side gave her the Luba name. Yeah, it just means mama's little flower.
How about Tomodu?
Yeah.
Lubanya.
She's so brilliant, man. She's so smart.
Can you see in the future and imagine what they're going to be saying? Oh, you're Bouncy's daughter. Or are they going to be nice to her?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Because her mom is nice. No, for real. Right now. But like, I love that.
Because I know how hard it is to come back from things, Like and like whatever I say, it doesn't matter. Because I make sure that I mend all of the relationships. Even if I don't mend to be together with somebody, I meant so that there's no hard feelings, and I don't ever want to.
No, but I'm fixing a hard question for you either way. I don't care. How are you able to manage? No, you're my baby girl, man. How do you manage this thing? The game as it is right now. The game is filled with singers.
Yeah.
Where does Bouncy see herself in the Mposibinas of this world, the Samantha Moros of this world, the Miss Ivies of this world, the Dato Seikos of this world? Where are we?
They can't do what I do.
My nigga.
They can't sing like I do. They can't. They don't have the same flow, content, and they don't have this manly deep voice. When they go, hey, I go, he. With the touch in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm on my own lane. Nobody can do what I do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the current state of BW R&B music? Because right now, I think you are in that category. You are comfortable there.
The girlies are killing it.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Dr. Seekers like, take a chance.
Hey. Easy freaking one.
And Mposibina with her.
Yeah. That chick has the craziest birth control ever. Yeah, hello, no.
Butter.
I still want a top 5 R&B artists in BW.
In BW? Dato.
Why?
Dato.
Okay, no. What kind of question is that?
You know what I mean? My goodness, not only is she woke, ke ma woke,
Yeah. Hey.
yeah, ke ma woke, woke. The wokest.
Zero pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how Sammy Samantha Mokwe,
Dimma.
Mposibina,
Dimma.
Jordan Muzi,
Okay.
Lisistaraga.
Okay.
Give a win.
You didn't put yourself in there.
Cherry.
Miss
Nagala
Abby.
R&B. Let me nagala R&B. I do R&B because the kind of I'm a genre fluid artist.
Yeah.
I get R&B. I don't consider myself. I don't ever even want to put myself under a genre. I do everything.
I always want to ask you that though, because like, all of the R&B artists and all of the singing artists in Botswana have different types of voices, and yours is peculiar in its own way. How do you guys relate with each other? Is there fraternity? Is there alemoro?
Remarkable, because at the end of the day, the final product is good music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actually, somebody asked me this question before.
Yeah.
Bouncy kante, kuka music music bido amang.
Yeah.
Kiriki music monate, and that's what's important. Don't try to define it. See, define it at And I always say,
No doubt.
I always say it's okay that I don't sound like anything anybody has heard.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah. So do you think people want you to keep talking about your seropes, your side ones, and now you got a baby? What are you gonna do? And it's a baby girl.
I'm gonna just keep doing me, cause you know.
Or maybe we put too much emphasis on that shit in Botswana.
You know what I mean?
Beyonce's still wearing a swimming costume.
Exactly, and not only that, banana costume. And not only that, le banana baba nan go le gona gona le itara pang gona ha ba bana le bana, and I can go bua ka mai.
How about Tamudi?
Ke ba bue. Hey. And ntse ba rapa ka the same thing that I would probably be talking about, but except because ke o lady. Now I must edit myself. No.
You're not gonna
I'm
stop.
gonna just keep doing me. I mean, obviously I'll tone it down a little bit because I want to raise a phenomenal little girl, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from expressing myself artistically. You know what I mean?
But why do you think there is so much pressure on BW artists to sound a certain way? Well, not BW artists, because I was watching this interview, well, not an interview, MT was going live on Instagram. Lona le thola le celebrate bo Wiz Khalifa, le bo Snoop Dogg. Now you feel you can tell me this thing.
Yeah.
Where are your boundaries as a Botswana woman in BW who's also an entertainer? Do you feel constricted? And
I choose not to live by those, hey? Because like for me, it's like, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, I'ma do it. There's nothing wrong with too and being or bana or whatever.
Yeah.
But with me, I've never really felt like I'm doing that. You know what I mean? I always just felt like I'm just doing
what's in your heart.
Yeah.
I'm going to go somewhere else. I want to talk a little bit about some comments that were made about you on your own FM by Luhle. She's a presenter on the radio station. I don't have them verbatim or verbatim. Mare, pretty much are ufila or fostel. I don't know how I screenshot that when you didn't screenshot it and send it to your friends?
It's probably there somewhere on my page.
Hey, I'm trying to see if I can find it here. When did you first hear about it?
Same day I posted about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Same day I posted about it was the day before I dropped Warrior. And then because I was supposed to drop Warrior as a surprise drop. Mm-hmm. So somebody sent that to me. Fella sent that to me.
Okay, let me read to you what she said, okay? Guys, this is the quote. Guys, while some play oh, this is you.
Yeah.
Snap. Yeah, boy, Rinyano. Dubushe. Yanduba Dubushe. I can't find it. I think I lost it. Oh, God. Snap. I can't find it, Bounce. I can't find it. Dubushe. Pamuts. Pretty much know what to for Stella. So, what were your reactions to that?
When What is it? I thought it was funny because I was just like, Cherira yang ka gore ke award winning ya Rona FM and the music waka highest. It's on high rotation. I guess so. To me, it was that and funny, and it's supposed to do something because literally that was the day before I lost my mom, and the same day before I dropped Warrior. So for me, I was like, sign. God wants me to show them. Yeah. So it was for me. It was like a catalyst. That's what I always tell you. Like everything that happened, whatever it is, it was God turned poison into a blessing. This is what my friends say to me.
Yeah, man. No doubt, man. But I'm petty, so I'm still gonna stay on it. Did you meet?
No, I've never met her. That was my first time I actually saw her on that video. Like when somebody screen recorded that and sent it to me. That was the first time I was actually ever knowing Luhle. And she has a beautiful name, man.
The blind. Sometimes I'm always wondering, what do you think it is about like BW broadcasters when we see
Man, for me, it felt like she was just projecting. But we're humble about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just gotta let people express. Because sometimes, my Fanta is not your Coke. Yeah. It's still okay. You express it how you want it, but it's always nice to say things in a more friendly way. So she wanted to humble me. She felt the need to do that. I was okay with it. Yeah.
What do you think about the way in which like research is done on BW musicians as compared to international musicians on radio? So
Bouncy, tell us about your musical journey. I get it all. Me. No, like it's always the same questions all over and over again. And then when they eventually actually do
some research,
then and then I never got an apology.
To this day?
No. No, I don't want it. I was just...
Hey, I want to lay a time over now.
I don't want it.
I was going to get controversy on this,
show.
One way or the other.
Hey, it's all squealing.
Hey, la.
Hey,
like that, and all of this is meant to like. So. No, you're up.
God.
Hi, Luhle. It's not Saul.
Oh, hi.
I'll tell his lady you call him that. How are you?
I'm great, Maji. How are you?
I'm great, Mami, still. I'm going to throw you a bit of a curveball here. I'm hanging out with Bouncy on the PODI-CAST.
Yeah, bro.
Emma. And I don't know. Have you guys talked yet?
No. Well, I did send her message through Cops, but at that time, she can't. She's not in the atmosphere to speak.
And she sent a message through Cops and you wanted an atmosphere
What
to speak.
message? I was talking to Cops. I didn't talk to Luhle.
Kuziba did send a message?
I was talking to Cops. I don't remember talking to Luhle.
All right. I don't know. You have no intentions of speaking with her?
No, I have actually. There was this one time I tried calling on the second one time. Literally the day after. Are you with her?
I'm with her right now. You can hold on. Sort out. Oh, okay. I'm with her right now, but she can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you to put it on loud. Hi, Bouncy.
Emma, no, I put it on loud. She can hear you, Mama.
Okay. So the day after, I tried calling her online, like on air, and then but then I did the apology publicly because initially I want to do directly to her, but on air.
Emma.
But since then, Hela, I haven't contacted her.
Okay. I guess kita rasola asana number and then or maybe if you're willing to give her a call.
Yeah.
No, wait. Because I'm not for sablo.
I was for sablo.
Cause.
No,
Is it okay if she can contact you?
I can feel what to have a beta dog. Project.
Okay, I guess that means no. So I guess rita send a number. She from this, and I think you heard her as well. Like it. All right, my mister. Have a great night. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Wizori, Linete Tato Sase Batang. Yo.
Another one. Regard choice. Listen. This is intense. Like, no, Saul, you're in trouble too. We use your phone. If it was me, probably Ngabasa Arab. But, hey, so it's up. It's up, and it's stuck.
Listen, I got Jampela Chiri. Mar. Like, also, because get like they rata ka singole sa ka so. Hangeki utlisa ope butlo.
Yeah.
Gore. So how ntira so se ntsengalo ke ipotsa gore motho ntsenyang ene ha ke batla go associate. That's just who I am.
Hey. Yeah. It's not the crew. It's some of our friends that are here. Hey, na gore ke a di tshaba. Hey, mona ke setse ke tshaba di beef male. Go se rami. Gore we go tse dintsi. It's not beef though.
It's beef. Ngwana o tla ithuta go dirisa ma go ntseng mo batho.
I'm moving forward though. Like, are we gonna get an album?
Yes.
Why don't you make
Wait. Hey.
I guess you last gore ke tsere sa me ke afa.
Nya. Kanya ka mo goreng. Wa ke arabile ka speed ke ri yes isiki ka kanse. But yes, there's an album coming. You know, I'm recording. I'm recording with everybody. Literally, I am experiencing different kind of producers, and it's such a beautiful journey because I'm also learning myself away from Presley and Pangu. You know what I mean? Because they made it so easy for me to say something. Okay?
Yeah.
Those men loved me so much that doing music with them was like. It was so easy.
Yeah.
Now with this new producers, I'm also learning even like the things that they can't do and try to fill in there, you know what I mean? So it's also helping with my growth.
Definitely.
So yes, the music is coming. The album will eventually come out. I'm working. I'm recording.
How do you position yourself now, Bouncy? We have all of these young artists coming through. We also have young radio presenters who think you're forcing it coming through as well. How easy is it for a lady in her 30s to be a superstar in BW and in a time where they get younger and younger every day? But like, you have had longevity as well. But like, how then do you say, yo, this is my space? I mean, your voice, yes, I speak to that. But we got these corporate entities out here who are spending money. How are you attracting them? How are you making yourself viable to them? Or, just to give us an idea of what, because we want you in this space. We don't ever want you to go away.
But that's the thing. Like I keep saying, I don't sound like anybody. Not just my voice.
Yeah.
Even the kind of music that I put out, the influence and everything else. Because my music is a combination of dancehall, R&B, traditional, and you know what I mean. It's a fusion of everything all at once.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody ever heard anything like that.
Definitely.
This is why I will always be here, because this is what I also truly believe.
Yeah.
That if somebody was to come here and say, we want to hear music from Botswana.
Yeah.
I am the expert, baby.
Yeah. Yo. I know. Okay. Crickets. I also had like
get crickets saying, get
no.
Get crickets saying. Why is that not going to keep you?
No, I feel that completely. And then, as far as shows, are you getting help as far as management? Are you doing all of your management alone now?
Currently, I'm doing my own thing. You know what I mean? I'm also even.
You don't trust people?
No. Isn't it? Now we had to redefine our working relationship with Bobanku and Dam. So I've never really found anybody who can do what better than what they were doing. You know what I mean? Because they did an amazing job. So I'm currently just doing what I feel is best for me right now.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Shows wise, niggas will call you to say, Bouncy go bata kwa mara rena 10 grand. Mune va dog.
Can you break down to them what 10 grand is to you?
And let me tell you something. Khona le makeup artist, muriri, the dancer, the bata makeup, the outfit, khona le transport, khona le dijo. Yo guys.
Le rent.
No, but before we even get tsana mo staging, guys. Ke tsontse re be ke duetse tsholo, ke duetse motho o rokang, ke duetse motho a make a street beats. A tshetse nna le di dancer, face ile 1 750. Ke duela ma 750 ale kae? Hi guys.
Na be ke tla ke tlhapile sa tlhogo, be ke apara t-shirt le ncaza.
You know what I mean? So it's not about being on stage. It's about being on stage, looking the part, and being paid to look like that. You know what I mean? Because 10 grand does not cut it. Before ke tsena mo stage ke be ke se ke dirisitse 5 grand mo go nna hela, and a little bit on the dancers. Ha ngwe bile ke tsaya ke pataganya ga machana ke rana. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not enough. It's far from it. Before ke tsana mo go reng luba o batla di lwana tsa mariga di rente, because lady, as much as he is doing everything, it's always nice to have my dad and Ali too mo lapeng. You know what I mean? Ha to go bizang double income.
Hey, double income.
Please.
Hey, double income.
Wow! Double income on naga. Hey, naracho, my dog.
No, shout out that homie though. No, but shout out that homie.
Oh, he's amazing.
Because first of all, my nigga, you tamed a wild one. Not wild isn't like crazy, but crazy. You know what I mean? Like she is an amazing soul, but like you have to be some sort of proximity to get there.
He's in proximity, darling.
So like I respect that, and I absolutely love the space that you are in.
Yeah.
Are we seeing wedding bells anytime soon, or are we seeing a second Nana? Or what are we doing in the next 5 or so years? I was on Mugobe's Nuggets of Wisdom the other day.
Yeah.
This man had the audacity to ask me what I'm thinking in 10 years. Can't believe I'm turning 40, nigga.
See, baby.
You know, so now what do you think? Like in the next 5 years, what is Bounce trying to do?
Man.
Especially you got a life with you now.
Yeah.
A whole human being.
Yeah, I just know that in the next 10 years, 5 years, I want to making a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I'm figuring that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know about wedding bells. They'll come when they do. You know? We did talk about it.
Yeah.
We want to do marriage counseling before we don't want to just want to jump into it.
Yeah.
Maybe a second baby. I don't know. Because it feels good to carry that man's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up, homie. And how's your bro? How's your family? Like, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, we really are. We really are. With my little brother, I was talking to him earlier on, but you know, it's not easy.
What about the other family? Like extended family, because loss like does some crazy stuff. I've heard
that's the thing.
Some crazy shit happen after people pass on. So
no,
you
we
know.
are an extended family since day one.
Wow, man.
It's my grandmother, all her kids. That's a big yard.
Yeah.
Baba tsong ba tswa, but
Oh, gona ka go disho ka go Kevin ye ka kwele.
Ka go Gadisho.
Ka go side ntse bo senthumule.
Block 5. Ka go Khudiri. It's Khudiri.
Specs na zele na sena operation go go ka kwa.
A little bit ka kwa.
Okay.
Ona director ba thuko lapeng ba tha modimo. No.
GPS na re setse re go bona re ka kae. But thank you so much for hanging out with us, my mister. And I don't know. Any last words you want to say to your peoples? I wanted to give you a shot. Actually, no. I should actually do it, huh?
Do it.
No, I'll clear it from my glass. Do you have a glass? If you don't answer them, you take a shot. Huh? Ready? I'll make the shot ready. It's 5.
Get apple juicy tle.
It's 5 questions. It's 5 questions. That's pretty easy. Let me just keep this ready for you, though. You have to pick one, okay?
All right. Pick one question.
One of the options that I give you.
Okay.
All right. ATI or Spiza?
ATI.
Whoa, okay. All right. Press beats or fella?
Hey. Okay, but wait.
Hey? Yeah?
No, obviously press beats.
Come on, Khota, what the hell? This is not your, like, come on, man.
No, thing is, I love them both.
Solo or Astro?
Helang.
Oh, Astro Beats.
Helang. Kana chere ya go mura ha tswa encompasses.
Baby, keep them coming.
Ha ke ira ntwa e. Ke nole. Because I'm wearing both of them. This is solo, this is Astro.
That was a good one.
Hey,
Hey, think about another one, babe. You got another one? What? Hey, make it much more difficult. Bangu or press beats? I'll drink with you. This one you're not gonna do.
I can't do that. That's just.
Why? Why is it so like this is?
Hey guys.
Hey, we go Hades, huh?
And I want to miss Abigail. My sister, please. Why you
Oh, Hades. Like she's asking some really, really
and you
good
think
ones.
you know me.
Oh, Hades. So, okay. So, okay, kill it. All right. So, I want to talk about the musicians for the future that you see in BW. Who are some of the people that you think we should look out for? Especially and I don't know. You can throw in some boys there, but like, you know, girls always go by the wayside a lot. So, because we have a lot of niggas on this show. So, like how, not these niggas, but like people that we talk about, who do you think we should be looking out for, according to you, that have a special talent that people are not really paying attention to?
Upcoming ones or just generally?
Generally.
Me.
Oh.
Me. Y'all don't know what I'm doing in the studio right now.
Hey, the game done changed.
Y'all don't know what I'm doing in the studio. The song that I did 2 days back, disgusting. Me, okay?
Okay.
Y'all better look out for me.
Oh my God. I think that's really how we're going to wrap it up, you know? Look out for Bouncy. You're definitely going to have to come back here. Because we're going to be talking to Bouncy with a new album.
Yeah.
With a new project coming through.
Yeah.
The bookings, are you getting booked? Are you getting shows?
Bookings are coming in. I actually do have I have a booking coming in on the 28th and 30th of September in Ireland. Yeah.
Why are you like flexing? Buak Island.
So it's 2 shows, 2 different locations.
Yeah.
28th and on the 30th. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's exciting.
Have they bought the tickets? Ticket. I don't play those games. And we'll apologize for you here if they do.
Yeah.
But I'm not jinxing it.
I really hope they don't try me because I get I'm joking.
But I'm joking. But yeah,
I'm excited about it because also it's somebody who. Let me tell you about this man. One time we had a show in Palape. He, out of the goodness of, because he was managing, he was just helping out. Camphor at the time. I don't know if you know Camphor. Right?
Oh, Camphor Joy.
Yeah,
That's my little
Joy,
bro, man.
Yeah.
Funny story about Camphor. Sorry. His son, because I live in Block 5. What's my primary school in Block 5? Every day to ask for water.
Yeah.
Ice pop. That's my bro.
Best believe.
Yeah.
So this man, he offered to drive us all the way to Palape. He took me and the dancers in Camphor, Arisa and back.
Yeah.
He did not care. He just wanted to see us prosper. So this is somebody who is really passionate about this.
Yeah.
He moved to Ireland. He about organize a show and now it's me. It's FME DJs. It's Franco. He called a couple of us.
God damn.
Yeah.
Who is this nigga?
Brendan. His name is Brendan.
Brendan. Yeah.
No,
but Brendan, but like that's beautiful. So there's more than just you.
Yeah, there's Captain Dira in there as well. He's booked a couple of us. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out yourself, Brandon, and shout out to BW musicians. Shout out to you, Bouncy.
Thank you. Nigga,
this thing. Wait, man, I can't believe we actually made that call.
How got along board?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our show. I love you a lot. Long time, my sister.
Long time.
And we'll definitely see you guys next week on Wednesday, on another Wednesday at 3 p.m. Shout out to the Art Lab for this amazing art piece. We also have your gift from them as well, you know, as I return it. Shout out Drinks Direct as well for the drinks. Shout out Leo's In. Shout out Local Corner. Remember, like and subscribe to the page and make sure that you follow them, okay? And check us out, man. We're on Mohobis Nuggets of Wisdom. You know, spreading some wisdom. Shout out Astri Beats for the beats.
Shout out to Lady Gobe.
You know, I mean, who else have you done? Shout out to Lady Gobe. Even you did Emma also. You did her. You know, you do your Miss Abby's. This means Kota will have to be here, so we can deal with him. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out. It's been fun. We're definitely going to work with her. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you for checking out the show. We'll see you next week. We out. Peace.
People of different identities. Podcast with PODI-CAST.